Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be Harry Muppet, and this is going to be Game 3 of the semi-final series of the excuse me, of the semi-final series of the Zotac April Monthly Cup. It's going to be cast between orange Protoss player Tails, he was blue last time or red or something like that, and against red Terran player Polt. Now, we saw a very interesting game last time. Basically, they've had 1-1 so far. So, in the first game, the Protoss player went for a nice early harass, 5-gate off 2 bases, and he did some nice damage to the economy of the other player. Then he backed off, built up a bit, went in again. He did some really solid play there. I encourage you to check out the first 2 games if you haven't already seen them. The second game, he tried the same thing, but the Terran player, he focused quite heavily on his marine production early in the game. He got a bit more bunkers out than he otherwise would have, and he managed to force off the starting attack from the Protoss. And it probably didn't help that the Protoss player went for some cheesy Oracle play right at the start with a proxy Stargate, which didn't work because the Terran player luckily scouted it out, got a missile turret down, and just blew that Oracle away. So there we go. The Protoss went for some early attacks, didn't quite work out for him, and basically after his second attack failed, he just said, you know what, GG, it's not working out for me, and you've got a pretty big army for the 7 or 8 minute mark. So there we go. I'm just going to leave it there, and that is what he did. And now we're going into the third game, the ace game. Now it is going to be Tails on the back foot, and Polt has got to have a lot more confidence now, but of course Tails did still win the first game with a very solid show of strength. So it all comes down to this game, and I can't actually I don't actually know who won this game. I know I've seen the replays for the grand finals pack, and I know that it's Snoot going against one of these guys, but I honestly can't remember which one it is. And of course, if I reveal that information, it would suck who won this game. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, they're both pretty sweet, and good luck to whoever wins this game. Of course, that's a bit of a stupid thing to say, isn't it? You can't say good luck to whoever wins this game, because I suppose they will need luck in the grand finals, but they need the luck right now. So you'd say good luck to both of these players. And this guy, man, sitting down the NG bay, he does it every single time. It's blocking the expansion, and yeah, that's just damn annoying. It really is just damn annoying. He's got his timing down pretty well as well, but I mean, the Protoss player is just going to push out. He's got to work on his military a bit earlier, I guess. Just look at that, 843 out of 850, man. He went as far as he possibly could without actually finishing the damn thing. So good on him there for that timing. Mothership core coming down. He is going to see a barracks with 2 reactors. He is going to see 2 Marines coming out. He should be able to take them out in time. But still, that's a lot of shields and a lot of health to be losing to 2 Marines. And considering how fast they get built, he's really got to be doing something. I really think he should actually be running right now, because he is going to lose this mothership core. There it goes. It's going down. This 1 Marine is going to take it out, I think. There it goes. Goes down. And this Marine, he had a hell of a job to do. Straight out of the barracks, but he managed to do it, so good on him. We've got a couple of Stalkers and a probe coming down. He's really going for a nice push in here. But the bunker did get down. And this Stalker, you can see his shield's just getting ripped apart as soon as he comes up the ramp. These SCV's got to block this Stalker and the other probe. But this Stalker's got to come up. However, he does not want to move the Marines out of this bunker, so he's going to have to wait for a couple more forces. There's 2 Marines coming out now. Going to try and have a go at the Stalker. Should be able to take it out. The SCVs are actually trying to finish it off. I think actually both those Marines did die, or they just wandered off or something. But this Stalker's in a lot of trouble. He's got to go down there. But here we go, 3 more Stalkers. However, getting past that bunker, so it's not going to happen. A Reaper coming up here, but I think he got scared away by this Stalker. There we go. Another bunker coming down here. And, I mean, you really, at some point, you just got to give up this attack. And it's a good pressure, but This is a good pressure if you're going to expand off it. He is not expanding off it. He is not. He's slowly getting rid of it, but I mean, get a couple more stalkers down there, start taking shit out, because I mean, yeah, this is just not working out well for the Protoss player right now. He's doing better than he did the previous game, but I still don't think he's doing enough. I still think his forces are getting wiped out. He's not doing the worker damage that he did in the first game. And yeah, this harassing, it's just not working out for him. So it's a bit more even than the previous game, but not quite enough. And there we go. I don't think he's got it completely blocked off, but that's good enough. This thing is just continuing to go down. It's going to be going on fire soon. Here comes the Reaper. Of course, there's just one Stalker. He's got to warp in a few more here. He might have saved all his warps, but there he goes. A Stalker coming down, attacking this Reaper. The Reaper just jumps off now. He has got to get an expansion. This is the 8.5 minute mark so far. Alright, granted, the Protoss and the Terran both have an equal number of workers. The Protoss has stopped the Terran from expanding, and the Terran has stopped the Protoss from expanding. And now the Protoss has to expand ASAP. He's got to get that advantage up, because I think one base on one base. You got to remember that the Terran player can produce 2 workers at a time here, and he's got mules, whereas the Protoss can only produce 1 worker at a time. He's got Chrono, but it doesn't make up for it. So yeah, I mean, the Terran is just going to start getting tons of workers soon, and the Protoss player needs this Nexus to be able to deal with that. So he's really got to get it down, and he's really got to do something about it before this Terran army really starts to get powered out. Pushes him off here, he gets his expansion down, and if the Protoss player doesn't have an expansion at that point, it's just going to be game over for the Protoss player. And oh, I got to tell you, I'm actually starting to feel a bit more crook just from casting 3 games in a row. I was feeling better this morning, but it's maybe all this talk is obviously not good. Maybe I should just leave off for another couple of days, just let it go, let it be. But we'll finish off with these games, we'll get them uploaded, and grand final may have to wait until I'm completely better, because talking does not seem to be doing my throat any good. But here we go, a couple of medevacs coming down. They're going to go down. The Protoss player's trying to intercept it. He did see the medevac, I think. He sees them now. The medevac's got to try and do a route, which keeps them away. Of course, stopping is not going to work, but there we go. That's a brilliant move. So the Protoss players got no choice but to go all the way home. It's going to get distracted by the Reaper, but the Reaper gets away with just a little bit of health left. And here we go. He's warping in a bunch of Stalkers over there. So he knows the Terran player is coming, but the Terran player knows that the Protoss player knows that he is coming, so he's not going to come in that direction anymore. He's just got to run back. Actually, he's got to go around, maybe around to the side. The Protoss player has his base up now. Terran player has his base up now. So yeah. Oh, that's a bit better. All right, let's just see what happens here. Alright, we are back. Apologies for that, guys. I did pause the game for a few seconds, and it wasn't because I was answering the door, it was because I was actually feeling a little bit crook. And I've got to say, it seems like casting these games is actually not a good idea at all. But we are halfway through the 3rd game, so we are going to finish watching it, and we are going to see what happens in the 3rd game. But after that, if you do not see me upload a game for like a few days, a week or something like that even, then that is why, because this is actually starting to make me feel a bit more crook. So finishing this game off, and then we're going to do something that does not require talking at all for the future. Now Protoss player's going in, he sees all his workers got pushed off. He has to go in there, he has to make something happen, but the workers, ironically, are actually taking him out. They're actually just completely wiping him out. And my god, when workers start wiping out Stalkers, that's when you know the game has really gone down. So there we go. Polt managing to just do a really good job here. I think you really pushed the army, and I think you really pushed the workers. I mean, there we go. Just a great game, and we look forward to seeing the Polt games versus Snoot in the grand final. But you will not see them in the next few days, because I'm feeling quite crook just from casting these games. So thank you very much for watching. I apologise for all the coughing, and I will see you guys later on whenever I cast my next video.